minute. This is a neat feature in Windows 11.
Somebody is got a hot mic. All right, it is 5 o'clock, so I will go ahead and get started. We are recording this, so anybody who hops in late, they can see what's going on. In case you don't know me, my name is Tanisha. I am the executive director for BlackGirlsHack. We've got a couple of our other volunteers that are in here as well, that you may get the opportunity to speak with, I guess, later on today. But I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce you guys who are not familiar to BlackGirlsHack, what it is that we do, what it is that our purpose is, what it is that we're trying to do, so that we can kind of get feedback from you guys, what you'd like to see, who you'd like for us to partner with, what it is that you are not getting that we, are not giving, because BlackGirlsHack was actually started to help people who are trying to get into cybersecurity. So it makes sense for me to be meeting the needs of the people who are trying to get into cybersecurity, whether that be entry level or whether that is somebody who is trying to just elevate their career. So you'll see that we do a lot of things. All these things were basically identified at some point when we started as an Instagram page, maybe 2 years ago, as gaps or areas where we saw that people needed something, whether that be reducing some of the financial barriers to entry into cybersecurity, whether that's, helping for some of the soft skills, the things that they're not actually teaching in schools, bridging the gaps between what, where schools drop you off and where jobs expect you to be. So that's just an overview of what it is that we're going to be talking about today. So one of the first things is who are we? So we are a 501(c) organization. So what that means is that we are a nonprofit. We were created to help bring awareness and provide knowledge and resources to help people trying to get into cybersecurity. So although the title of the organization is BlackGirlsHack, anyone who's been around for a while knows that we do not discriminate in terms of what it is that we offer, who we hack with, who we work with, who comes out and just hangs out with us. So we are an organization that is for everybody, regardless of their location or what it is that they're, as long as it's in the cybersecurity umbrella, you're welcome to come and learn with us. So nonprofit, 501c3, all of our organization, we have about 40 volunteers, I think somewhere between 40 and 50 volunteers at this point, all of which, including myself, are unpaid. We also have somewhere around 500 or so people that are in our Slack space, and then we've trained probably over 1,000 people at this point. We've got over 1,000 people in our meetup groups who come out and hack with us for a variety of workshops that we offer. So the purpose of this meeting specifically is, what is it that Black Girls Hack offers? Then I want to take a look at what is working for you guys, what is not working in terms of, hey, I'm finding that I'm having trouble in this areas. When we did our needs assessment when the organization started, certainly things have changed since then, both in our, world, and then also I think within the field of cybersecurity. So it could be that, we are not bridging as many of the gaps that we need to be. So, I'm asking for all of you to let me know, what is not working as well as what is working. What do you need from us? And then also, what do we need from you? So VGH is a volunteer organization. So in order for us to be able to continue our mission, we need volunteers. We need people to spread the word about the organization on social media. We need all of those things, and all of that helps to increase our presence online so that, we have people who see what it is that we're doing, become passionate about it like we are, and then, offer to volunteer or donate or whatever it is, whatever way that they can give back. We need that exposure in order for us to continue the work that we're doing, which is, again, trying to get people into cybersecurity. And then as far as what do you need from us? Are there any workshops that we're not offering? Are there any partnerships that you'd like for us to kind of pursue or investigate? Are there any certs that we are not currently offering discounts for? We offer, and I'll talk about this when we talk about what it is that we offer. We have certification that are much cheaper than what is available on those certification websites. So we have that. That's a benefit for our members. And then we'll also talk about, as we go on, the difference between what's going on with paid membership and then also unpaid membership. So study groups, as far as what it is that we offer. Right now, we have a Security Plus study group, which I believe is starting this week. We also have a Wireshark study group that is, I want to say, starting on Sunday, if I'm not sure. And then we have a pen test study group coming up. We have also in the past held a lot of different ones as far as EJPT and some other ones as well. I'm not remembering off the top of my head, but we have a lot of different study groups. If we have people who are interested in studying for them, then, it's likely that we'll try to get a study group so that we can, kind of use our collective brain power to study, share resources, and basically make it easier for people who are trying to excel in different areas of cybersecurity. So workshops, we have a lot of different workshops. These are some of the ones that we've done over the last few weeks, I'd say. So we have our Bring a Hacker to Work days. So what this is basically every Sunday at 2:00, we do kind of like an exposure to people who are actually working in cybersecurity. We talk about what it is that they're doing. What does it mean to be somebody of that title? We had Eric Thomas, who's a blue teamer, come out this past Sunday, and we talked about, his advice for joining a blue team and for, excelling in the field, whether or not you need certifications or experience or education in order to do these things. So those are the kind of things we talk about in Bring a Hacker to Work days. We talk about, what do the world domination plans look like for people who are already in the field? What does up look like once you've actually got your foot in the door? We are having tonight, I think at 8:30, if I'm not mistaken, we're having Burp Suite for pen testing. So Burp Suite is a commercially available tool. We're going to basically talk about how you can use Burp Suite to get skills in pen testing in real life situations. So we also had New Year, New Lab, which was I think last week, and we created a home lab in VirtualBox or VMware. So the video for that is available on our YouTube channel. We have New Year, Who This, which is basically now that you've got your home lab, what are you going to do with it? How can you use that to practice? I tell people all the time that when I see them out here paying thousands of dollars for cybersecurity boot camps or cybersecurity training classes and things of that nature, I tell people that you can do most of the same things that people are charging for. You can do that for free. And there's resources out here available. There are people who are out here who are willing to help. I'm trying to, as much as possible, reduce the financial barriers to entry for cybersecurity so that we can see more people of color, specifically women of color who are operating the space. Because I can tell you that operating as a pen tester and an ethical hacker, I don't come across a lot of women, and I definitely don't come across a lot of Black women. So, we're trying to do something about that and get more people who into the field. So we've got Ethical Hacking Explained, which is coming up soon. It's going to be kind of set up like Friday Night Labs. And then we've got on Tuesday nights, Ethical Hacking Explained Slow. So the Ethical Hacking Explained Slow is basically, hey, I'm a beginner. When you're doing Friday Night Labs, you move way too fast. I don't know, what it is that you're doing. I want to ask questions, but I don't think I know enough and I don't want to embarrass myself. Whatever, I guess mental blocks you may be having, Ethical Hacking Explained Slow is, it's free. It's not recorded. It is not live streamed. So it is available for people to come and ask all of the, silly or not so silly questions that you may have. We are also having, I think it's this week, New Year, New Job. So I'm going to be talking about how people transition from some common jobs, so such as quality assurance, into cyber and into pen testing. So it's going to talk about things about like ways that you can reframe your resume, ways that you can update your LinkedIn presence to get the kind of attention that you want to be getting, and things like that, so that you can, transition from fields into cyber or into pen testing, regardless of what your goal is. We've also got some workshops, I think this Thursday on cyber exposure. So this is going to be offered by a guy that I think that you guys are going to absolutely love. His name is Damalari. We met him at FuzzCon, and he has his own cybersecurity company. He's going to come and talk to us about some blue team things. So his secure design by threat modeling is going to be this, I think it's this Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, and it's set up to help entry level like blue teamers, basically. What does it look like when we're talking about doing threat modeling in real life? So we've also got intro to capture the flag practice. Anybody who's ever, come to like my Friday Night Labs, you will know that my goal is to one day get a competitive capture the flag team that will compete on a national stage. That is made up of, Black people. So I want us to go out there and compete with like the PPP or the other, top capture the flag teams. It's a competitive gaming sport, I'd say, but it just involves cybersecurity knowledge. So we have practice for those, and I think those are going to be on Thursdays. Now I used to be on the weekends, but I'm trying to free up my weekend so that I can actually take time off. And then Friday Night Labs, again, hands-on practice between either in Try Hack Me or labs or, basically hands-on skills, because I feel like even if you go and do education in cybersecurity, that they're not giving you the hands-on skills that you need in order to be able to get a job. So this is to kind of help you with those Friday Night Lab skills. And then also we do over the wire. Bandit is based on Linux and Natus is based on web application security. So we have videos of those workshops that we've held, I guess, over the past month or so. They're available on our YouTube channel, but we're probably going to run at least Bandit which is the Linux primer, back in the near future, because I think it's important. And a lot of folks don't have, Linux skills that they need to be able to do ethical hacking. And then we have lunch and learns, which are basically people who want to share what it is that they do, over lunch. So you can just basically come, during your lunch hour, listen to what people are doing in this space, what they're researching, what it is that they're working on, just so that you can kind of like get exposure to things that are going on. So that's some of the workshops that we have now. So when I ask you later, like, hey, what is that we're not doing? I just want you to think about the things that we're actually doing, so that you know I guess what it is that we're trying to accomplish here. All right, so next up, partnerships. So we have partnerships with a lot of organizations. I'm not going to go through and list all of these, but for all of these, they've provided some level of benefit. So either because they've provided access to their environments, they've given us discount on their training courses or discounts on their products. We have a relationship with IBM and Micro Focus, and they, do workshops for us, lunch and learns, come out and talk to recruiters, things of that nature. IBM, X-Force, Red, and Incident Responders came out last month to talk to us about, their hiring efforts. We're actually going to be doing some things coming up here in the next month with Yahoo. So they've got a cybersecurity team. So we're going to have them come out and talk to us as well. So when you're thinking about what it is that you need from us, think about who it is that we work with there and what would make your life easier as you're trying to get into cybersecurity. So what we offer, so we have two types of memberships currently. We have our free membership, which is basically like, hey, you come hang out in our Slack channel. I drop information in there as I get it. You have access to our job channels. There's our world domination channel, which hopefully you guys are updating, talking about what it is that you want to do with your career. The reason why we have the world domination channel, by the way, is because my memory is absolutely horrible. And when I'm talking with companies or when I'm talking to people about, hey, what are your pain points? What is it that Black Girls Hack needs to be able to succeed? I want to be able to, look at the trends of what people are trying to do. Like we've got a lot of people who are trying to do, for example, cloud things. We could really use some cloud training. Or we've got a lot of people who are trying to do, blue team things or MITRE ATT&CK framework or whatever it is. So I can be able to go and look and see what's going on in the world domination channel. And I also, when we get access to like free vouchers or free something, I'll go and see, who's got that listed in their world domination plan to give, out free vouchers, because I know it's going to help them in their plan, because this is what they've already told me that they're working on accomplishing. So these are the things that we're offering in our free membership. So we also offer mentoring, resume review, mock interviews, hands-on training, and we've also got our Black Kids Hack program. So we are going to be teaming up with Temple University and Rice's Cyber this February for I think it's a 15-week program for high school aged kids. Doesn't matter where they are, as long as they can, basically, be able to log in. And I think the time frame for that's going to be February 28th or something like that to May sometime. But it's going to be a free event that is meant to teach social engineering specifically to high school kids, to introduce them. And then we'll also have at the end of that a capture the flag, where they get to compete and use the skills that they've learned over the course of the 15 weeks. Oh, okay, yeah. So if you have not put your goals in the world domination channel, please do. It is everybody. I see some folks who do not have pictures, or who do not speak up or let anybody know that they're here, because maybe they feel like, hey, I'm a man, I don't want them to know I'm here, or hey, I'm not Black, I don't want them to know I'm here. We honestly don't care who you are. All that matters is that you're interested in trying to do in cybersecurity. So please feel free to share your picture, whatever it is that represents you, be whoever your authentic self is. And don't feel like, you can't do that because, the space says Black Girls Hack, because we truly support everybody who is trying to do something in this space. So, please feel free to be yourself. All right, so that's what we offer for the free membership. We also have paid membership, which is $49 a year. And it is available on our website. It gets you access to the membership only channel, which gets you a $50 discount on vouchers. So for example, EC Council, we have discounts for that. CompTIA, we are academic partnership for them. So we get, I think for some of the CompTIA certifications, we get 50% off. For EC Council, I think like the Certified Ethical Hacker is normally $1,200. We can do it for, I think it's $300 or $400, something like that. So we've got very steep discounts for vouchers. We also have partnerships with companies like Range Force, Fantaster Labs. So people who have paid membership get early access to free training, offering scholarship programs and partner benefits like free giveaways. So we have, I think it's like 20 people who got OSCP training and vouchers over the last, at least in the last quarter, I'll say the last 3 months. And hopefully we'll be able to, give those out in the future as well. We also have given out like some CompTIA vouchers for people who are just, lurking around the channels and just, say, hey, this is what I'm working on. I will pop into the membership channel and just be like, hey, what are you working on? And, give away things to help them with their world domination plan. Because again, our goal is to try to make it easier for you to be able to get into cybersecurity and provide whatever it is that you need. Paid membership also allows you to get discount on swag, early access, first look at conference tickets and programs, eligible for our BGH Cares program. As a nonprofit, we have through our vice chairman, Tanisha Turner, she has a program called BGH Cares, which is basically where we're donating 10% of what we bring in as a nonprofit to people who are in need, whether that be for training or for school, or that whether that be for certifications. So you're eligible to be able to apply for those, through with the paid membership. We also offer discounts on paid trainings, workshops, like, for example, our partnerships with Cover 6, and then you're eligible for scholarships. So we have, at this point, 2 scholarships. We've got a Certified Ethical Hacker Scholarship, which I think goes 15 weeks. It provides instructor-led training in Certified Ethical Hacker exam, as well as the voucher for that. And then we also have a scholarship, which is for training and education in general. So I see that we have some questions. Yes, the paid membership is on the website. It is blackgirlshack.org/shop. So that's where you'll find our swag as well as our paid membership. You can also, if you are so inclined, buy a gift membership for somebody who's in need, who can't afford to pay for it, and then we'll donate those. We have a sign up list for that as well. Looks like a question. Do we offer student discounts for what? Oh, for the membership? No, it's $49 for everybody basically. We haven't incorporated anything, but that's something we can look at. Just bring that up when we start talking about what it is that you need from us, and maybe we can, take 10% off of that. I don't know, but we can talk about it. All right, so coming up, we've got a networking workshop. So think network plus, not networking as in people. We've got our Black Kids Hack program, which is going to probably be released this summer. And we're hoping to educate. We're going to start off doing probably 9 through 12th grade, and then maybe go to 6th through 8th to provide ethical hacking training based on the cyber.org curriculum. Plus we add like a few modules for ethical hacking. So at least when we first start this, my hope is that it can be free, and we'll be able to get some organizations to help sponsor it. For our first couple of cohorts, it will be free because Craig Newmark Philanthropies of Craigslist has donated $10,000 to the program. So at least, our first couple, I don't know what it's going to end up looking like cost wise, but at least our first couple of cohorts will be free. But my goal is to provide it free for forever. So because I think that it's important that we have exposure for K through 12 in order to start to see the kind of changes we want to see in the industry as a whole. We have EJPT study group. We had this at some point, but then it fell off. But I think we're going to end up doing this again in the next few months, and then a CISSP study group as well. All right, so feel free to unmute yourself. I'm going to get out my pen and paper, and I'd like to know what is working. What are you finding that is helping you? What has been beneficial? How has BGH helped your life? Any of those things would be great to know, because one, we're trying to develop our impact to let people know, like, this is what we're doing for the community. So it would be good to know that. And then it would also be good to know what is working so that we can, know what we need to keep doing. So if, you want to talk about what it is that is working that we're doing, or you want to make sure that we keep doing it, please let me know.
So this is Jamal speaking.
Hi, Jamal.
I'm kind of hacker in the Slack. So BGH has it has restored my confidence in nonprofits, and I feel pretty included here in the group because I'm actually from the Caribbean. Physically in the US. Yeah. So when I came here, I was kind of hesitant because of interaction with another nonprofit based in the US. They were kind of standoffish. And when I spoke to Tanisha, she made me feel really welcomed here. So much so that they even allowed me to join the range force crew. And I'm currently there utilizing it as much as I can. And I've learned a lot. One's been working on Bring a Hacker to Lunch, Ethical Hacking Explained Slow, and the lab nights. That has really been helping me out a lot. And I'm really hoping to at one point get a hold of one of the vouchers, maybe for the OSCP or something higher.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will sign up I guess a waiting list for OSCP. So the way I do it right now is that when people are interested in OSCP and I see it on their world domination plan and we get a dump of vouchers, then I will come find those people who have either dropped a hint in my mind or left it on the world domination plan, because again, my memory is horrible. It's not anything personal. I will start up a waiting list for OSCP so that we can know who is interested. But I'm just going to let you know that I'm going to hit the world domination plans before I hit the waiting list, because I want to encourage people to share what it is that they're working on, because I think that people networking is also very important. And I want you to see what other folks are working on so that you can, maybe find somebody who has similar interests as you. So I'm still going to show a lot of bias to the world domination plan, but I will get a OSCP waiting list started.
In my plan, I'm red team
for people who are interested.
Can I make a suggestion though?
You are up.
Before, can maybe
also
consider
you can unmute yourself. If I for some reason misgender anybody or miss whatever, please let me know. It is not my intention. Let's see, Melanie, you can unmute yourself if you.
I didn't know if he was finished.
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I didn't know if he was finished or not. I was going to let him finish.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jamal, are you done?
For the most part, but what I was going to say is maybe it shouldn't just be a OSCP, maybe it should be the Learn One, because it gives you a full year.
What is Learn One?
That's the new model that offensive security have, that they give you a full year access to their platform.
So I think with our OSCP CP vouchers that we got. I want to say it's either 3 months or 6 months to study, I think. And you've got a year to take it for the ones that we've got. But I had a plan to reach out to them anyway to try to see if we can get an official partnership with them so that we can kind of get them, not through the back door way, but maybe through the front door through an official partnership. So I will find out if we can make that happen.
Okay, thanks.
Let's see. If you're done, Jamal, then Melanie, you're up.
I just wanted to say that I do understand what you're saying as far as your memory, but you do a lot, Tanisha, a lot.
Thank you.
A lot. You do a lot just with us. I can't imagine about your personal life and your work life. So it's okay. You have a lot going on. Okay. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So let's see. Does anybody else have any comments or questions or what's working for you? Okay. All right, Melanie, I think you're done. So I'm going to lower your hand. Beck, you're up.
Sorry, I forgot.
What's working for me is this general existence of Black Girls Hack. Kind of like what Jamal said, like as far as increasing your self-confidence, I have, I'll be honest, have still imposter syndrome like nobody's business. And just seeing the other things that other people are doing, being in your presence has been fantastic for me. I know there was like one certification I took for to be Microsoft certified for security and compliance. I hadn't even thought about it. Like I didn't even know that was a thing to do, but someone had posted that it was something that they saw that they did. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I could do it too because I do this work. And so my thing is more of a hype up to everyone else. Just the things that the day-to-day things that you post that you don't think matter, definitely matter, and it has ripple effects. And so I appreciate you all.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Keisha.
Hey, Tanisha and everyone else. I was going to piggyback off of what Jamal and Melanie said. It's just the existence of having this group. Myself, I've been in this space for a little while now, between help desk and cyber, now more focused cyber. And it's just nice to know that like there are other people that look like me that understand, just the day-to-day. I think what works for me the most as far as the group goes, Range Force is still definitely a part of my life, although I don't get to use it nearly as much. I would think that ideally, I think that we had talked about starting some Try Hack Me sessions. Maybe if we could start that, I think that would be cool if we could, collaborate on that. The hacker sessions, learn what a hacker on Sundays, those are fantastic. I love them. It's really nice to highlight and see, people who are actually in the industry being able to, say and explain like how they work, helps with, of course, my world domination plan as well. I was going to say just some things that I would wish for more. Maybe, I guess, like as far as like cyber news, if cyber news, like if we could kind of have more collaborative sessions on that. For those who are in the workforce, especially more of like threat intelligence, so to speak. And I think that's about it. But thank you for everything that you do, Tanisha. We do appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So, Renisha, you're up.
Hey, everyone. Hopefully this hadn't been mentioned already, but I do know, just like everyone else, Black Girls Hack, connecting with everyone in this group has done so much for my sense of belonging in this industry and my confidence. As far as things that I would like to see, now I know we already offer a ton of programming that has really helped a lot of people in this industry, but if the organization is up for it, I would love to toss my hat in there to offer some, like, I don't know, maybe, I think we've probably hit on this before, but maybe a workshop, guidance, or some sort of something that helps in two spaces: the space for the folks that are looking to move from the help desk to cyber, and also in that soft skills space. We talk a lot about the core skills, but there's a lot of focus, or there's there's benefit to kind of looking at the soft skills, what makes you a good employee, what to do when you're in the industry, you get started and you don't know what you're doing and how to navigate that. So those are some things that I think would be great to add to our already robust catalog, and I'd love to help out with those things as well.
That was the summary that I heard, was that I need to touch base with Renisha later because she wants to help do something. So I got you, and I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, Stephanie.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. Of course, I definitely want to say again, Tanisha, this whole community is so appreciated, especially with you reaching out to the youth. I'm so excited, and I've already sent it to my friends who have kids that are that age range so that they can be on the lookout and be ready. And yes, I really, really appreciate it. And what's working for me is, like, again, you, the community, and what you give and what everybody brings, actually, because it's definitely a collaboration. And I really, really like the, excuse me, I'm sorry, the bring a hacker to work day. Yesterday's was so bomb. I even appreciated the work-life balance that he gave. Like, he was so transparent and helpful. And I just saw it, like, I've just been following mostly like towards the end of last year, but I went to the page and looked at like old bring your, hacker to work days. And the young lady who was self-taught that was like working for NSA, I have a memory like you. I cannot remember her name, but she was definitely an inspiration. The fact that she was like, I literally just self-taught and I'm here and I'm doing it. And her company believed in her and supported her and went above and beyond. And that gave me more confidence to do more, because I definitely was feeling like I'm not seeing, I'm not seeing that imposter syndrome. I'm not seeing myself in a position, but I know I can do the work and then some. So that really, really, her doing that and making the strides that she's made, it definitely was inspirational. And I appreciate everything you're doing. And I really don't have any suggestions aside from keep up the good work. And I do like the news idea, definitely that would help. And to piggyback off on yesterday, when he said red team versus blue team, that was definitely, it piqued my interest. I really would like to, if that was something, I'm going to put that on my world domination list or something. I want to be down, Brandy type. Like, I really like it. So,
wait,
yes,
definitely.
Yes, that's how down I want to be. When he said it, I was like, ooh, and I shouldn't be that excited.
Eric and I have been talking about this for literally years now at this point, talking about, going head to head, getting some red team and blue teams in like a competitive sport. And like I mentioned to you guys, like, it's my goal to have a team that is competitive, that has minority people in there, because I think that to see that, I think is going to be absolutely amazing as far as inspiring people to actually get off of their butts and make the change. I feel like we, especially me, I come up with so many reasons for why I can't do something, or why they're not going to accept it, or there's a glass door or whatever, or a glass ceiling, or whatever the case may be. So like, I find so many reasons why I can't or won't do something. And I talk myself out of that, but I want us to see reasons why we should, make things happen. So I definitely agree. And Eric is one of my favorite folks out here. So I definitely think that we're going to try to make that happen. I also see one of my other favorite people, Root, down here. So I don't know if you guys saw her bring a hacker to work day last year, but she's absolutely amazing and inspiring as well. So Stephanie, is there anything else that you are interested in talking about?
I believe I'm going to have to go back and watch Roots, like you said. And
definitely.
Pretty much, I totally hear you with the talking yourself out of it, because that's my analysis paralysis too. So, Soul Sister, I'm here for it. I'm gonna have to be on your team, but I was like, dang, I want to be blue team, but no, I'm gonna be red team. But I don't know. Can I flip flop? Can I take turns?
You got to pick a side. We're about to be real competitive out here. I'm trying to be surgical, like out here in these streets. So like, I'm trying to level up my skills, but I want, everybody else as well. I don't want to just
Right.
be at the
I
top
see
of the world by
Victoria
myself.
purple. Somebody
Yeah.
said purple, like, yes, purple. Okay. But thank you so much. I'm definitely gonna definitely have to do more and be more present. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keep up the good work. You and everybody.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right,
Thank you.
Brittany, you are up.
Hey, good evening. So I actually came across BlackGirlsHack via Instagram because I'm in the middle, actually in the process of doing a major career change from a completely unrelated field to cybersecurity. And so I'm hoping in the future to be able to take advantage of the resume review services in the future. I've also, pardon?
I said, okay. I was saying, okay.
Yeah, especially because like I've like struggling to figure out, it's like, well, how is what I'm doing now related to what I hope to do? So I'll probably be looking into some opportunities to do maybe like help desk and maybe like just do a pay cut, do help desk, and then move to cybersecurity, whatever way it is possible. Oh, you're shaking your head? No.
No, we're not taking no pay cuts and doing that. We're not doing that. But this is the reason why we're going to start having conversations this year about how to reframe your resume, how to reframe your experience. Because for a lot of people said, a lot of people say that they. I hear TV. Could you mute? I think maybe Brittany.
Oh, it's not me.
All right, thank you, whoever muted. So a lot of people feel like they if they want to go into cybersecurity, that they don't have any experience, so therefore they're entry level, right? So they'll be like, oh, I've got 10 years of experience in project management, or I've got experience in nursing, or experience in whatever. And I think that's why it's important for you to make sure that you are updating your resume so that you can reframe your experience. I'm not saying create a whole new resume that just says, hey, I'm fresh out the gate, because you've got X number of years of experience. You just need to make sure that you are framing that, because you will see if you update your LinkedIn profile, if you update your resume to what it is that you're looking for based on what your experience is, you will see that people start calling you about what it is that you're looking for, right? So I've had people be like, oh, I was a nurse for 10 years. And then, I'm switching over, but all I get is nursing hits, right? Well, what does your LinkedIn say? Does your LinkedIn all it says is nursing, or does it actually say, these are the things that I did in my nursing career that have value to a cybersecurity organization? So we need to talk about reframing our resumes, and then making sure that we're incorporating our experience into our STAR stories. So those situations, tasks, actions, and results, so that we can, make a story, a cohesive story about, and tie together our past and our present, like what it is that made you decide you want to do that. So no pay cuts. I'm sorry. You got me on my soapbox. I'm going to step off my soapbox, but no pay cuts. So, talk to some folks before you decide to make a pay cut and go do something else. Okay. Cause I think that's a horrible idea. It is so hard for us especially in the Black community, and for women to get to the salaries that we have, that we're going to say, hey, I'm going to accept less money, and then, take a step back for me and my family. Like, we're not doing any of that. So, but let's talk about it. All right. So, are you done, Brittany?
Oh, I just want to say thank you. Since I've joined, I've currently working on a graduate certificate in digital forensics at UMGC, and I'm part of the SANS Academy, and I'm on track for 6 certifications by June. I got 1 down. I got another one about this month. So I hit the ground running, and so I really appreciate all of the encouragement on the Slack.
Absolutely, that's amazing. And I tell people all the time, if you can get somebody that is not you to pay for those SANS certifications, you should definitely do that, because I checked out today. I actually won one from, I don't know if it's winning, but I got one awarded from the Share the Mic in Cyber. And when I checked out today, the SANS course was $10,400 and some change, right? I think it was 11,400 and some change. And they're like, oh, we're going to get them to, pay for this. But, it's just sticker shock, right? Because like, I don't know if you've ever checked out for something that's $11,000 before online, but it made me a little nervous. So if you can get somebody to pay for your SANS courses through these immersion academies, through the women, veterans, whatever academies, you should definitely do that, because they hold weight in these cyber streets. But then also, they're expensive and you shouldn't be paying for them yourselves. Rainisha. No, maybe Rainisha was from before. All right, so does anybody else have any things that we are doing well? I think that's where we're at. Gladys.
Just wanted to say I really enjoy the study groups for Security Plus, as well as the labs. I think that was very well put together. You had the documentation alongside with hosting the event and going through it. I think that's very helpful. So I do definitely appreciate it. I appreciate everything that you do, obviously. And so, yeah, thank you.
Not a problem. All right. Does anybody else have anything that they feel like we're doing well?
It's Ibrahim here.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say the world domination, I think that's pretty serious. I think that's real life. Like that's really setting goals and showing goals. And I really love that. And additionally, I like the way there's always content. There's always something to do. There's a steady stream of potential opportunities. So I really enjoy that and I love that. I just want to say that. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Anybody else? If not, we will move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Oh, yes, yes.
What Abraham just said about all the events, there's something for everybody. I was about to say the same thing, so I'm just seconding what he said. All these events, great. Something for everybody, and then just the general friendly environment. And that's it. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Well, I would say the vouchers, especially since the Linux Plus, like setting a date for myself has made my studying even better because it motivated me. I thank you for that. And just being in a community where I feel like just being a part of the community, it's just a whole nother thing. And every time I'm on it, I have different resources, and it's setting my cyber career path like in a better way.
I'm glad to hear it. And very excited for you because I think you won the Linux Plus voucher the other day just for being around.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Daniel says he is at work, but he says we're doing a good job. And none of them compare. He's a member of a couple of orgs, and none of them compare to BGH. So I appreciate that. And thank you. All right. So that was what is working. Let's talk about what is not working. So please feel free to show the same honesty of what you think is not working or what you think needs to be done. So I do have a note from somebody that we need to do some more Try Hack Me workshops. Someone said that they've wanted student discounts for membership. What else can we do? What else is not working, or what else could be improved?
They had about the cyber news as well.
Okay. +1 for the news.
But I think everything is working great. So, but I just remember somebody said that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
anything
I agree
else?
with that. I agree with the cyber news. I'm willing to volunteer for that if need be, because I'm always in my face in CISA and and all of the security trends, because it's very important in the sense of, if you're being in the cyber community, you have to know what's going on. You have to know, okay, what's the latest threat? What's working in the cyber security community? So I agree with that, and I'd be more than happy to volunteer for that.
Absolutely. I wrote your name down next to volunteer for news. So I Okay. Look, Keisha, is that a volunteer ditto or is that you agree we need it?
Can do both, honestly. Yeah, no, I mean, I was like, when she was talking, I was like, I'm on the same track. Like, I have to stay on top of things because, of course, if I'm asked, just like that J log, like that was like a big thing. Like,
for Jay, yeah,
yeah, it was a super big thing. So I had to make sure that I stay on top of it. But yeah, I'll definitely agree to help volunteer with that as far as I can.
Oh, look at that. Kobe said, I'm not sure what your gender is, Kobe. I think you're a male, but I'm not sure, but don't hate me. Kobe said he's going to help. He or she's or they are going to help too.
Yes.
Okay, male, I think. All right, cool. We'll get that going. All right. Does anybody else have anything that they feel like needs help or is not working or you'd like to see more of or less of or no? All right. So
do we have a room for conferences? Because I know that we're in the middle of COVID and some of us we're all over the place. I'm in South Florida. So you know, whenever I get a chance, I will travel. Especially for the big ones, like I'm really pushing to go to DEF CON this year. Maybe, this is still a big maybe, but anything in regarding conferences as well. I know I've seen a couple of things locally, but can we, you know.
So the answer is yes, absolutely. So we brought 7 people to DEF CON Black Hat last year. And my goal that I set for the org and for myself is to raise enough funds for us to get 20 people there so that we can act an entire fool. Again, we had a great time. You know, I think that we learned a lot, got to see a lot of workshops and things. So I think it's important for us to network because the networking piece is extremely valuable. I know that there are people who have met people who have gotten jobs, who have gotten, you know, things paid for, who have gotten mentors, you know, just through the networking piece. So I think that it's important. We have a volunteer team for what I'm hoping will be a village in DEF CON 30, which is this year. So if anyone is interested in that, you can just DM me and let me know. But we are trying to, you know, get, like I said, my goal is 20 people. If we can get more paid for, because you know, it was pretty expensive to go to DEF CON. The tickets are only like $300, but you know, the room's $150 a night and the, you know, transportation, getting there, flights, all of those other things. So my goal is to try to, you know, raise enough funds so that we can, you know, reduce again the financial barriers to entry, because money should not be a reason why we're not, you know, taking advantage of the experience. So we're definitely working on that. DEF CON, I did get one extra ticket to ShmooCon, which ended up getting moved back to I think March it is, but my goal is to, as much as possible, to get people. I actually just dropped in the membership channel. They're trying to get 10 people to go to RSA, which is in San Francisco, I think. And they're going to pay, you know, you come and you volunteer and they pay for your tickets. So the tickets are, I think, are $1,800. So you can go and attend the conference and you volunteer for, I think, a couple of days, something like that. So that's in the membership channel, the paid membership channel now. But, you know, we have opportunities like that for a lot of different things where we have people who want to either need to see brown faces in speaking engagements and or at a conference or whatever the case may be. So, and we also have relationship with the Cloud Security Alliance, so they give us some tickets and some other folks as well. So I want to, that's one of our missions within the organization, is to try to get more people into conferences. So let's see. Alsh, I think you're up.
Yeah, so you're saying in regard, and excuse me if I missed this, I got in a little late, but as far as the cyber news is concerned, I hear a lot of, you know, talk around that, and that is very important to have that going. But what does that exactly mean in regards to the cyber news? Is someone going to get on and discuss it? What does that mean? Like, maybe I missed that part.
So I took two things from it, and I'm not sure if this is what was intended by whoever originally said it. So what I took from it is that maybe people need ways to help figure out how to, narrow down their news in a manageable way. So like methods to basically get a whole bunch of news. So I know Eric yesterday talked about Feedly, but there one of the things I took, as an action item from this is that we need to figure out how to get people news on a consistent basis. And the other thing I took from this is maybe we can even, on some kind of maybe even weekly basis, do like we were doing in Clubhouse, which was like, hey, let's talk about what's going on in the cyber news this week, for people to drop in if they wanted to. Those were the two things that I was going to try to investigate with the folks that were interested.
Okay, so yeah, well, and not knowing kind of where that was going, that's kind of what I figured as well. But InfoSec Chirpa, when I had a conversation with her, she actually did a blog post in regards to how to get that feed and Google alerts. So I would throw that in Slack, so you guys would be on the lookout for that and how to have that fed to your phone, where you'll get alerts as often as you want in regards to whatever technology that interests you. So I will put that in the Slack at some point this evening, to just be on the lookout for that. Also, there are podcasts. I don't know if that came up. I mean, I'm always listening to different podcasts, Sandstorm podcast, many different podcasts. So that's another avenue as well. So yeah, I just wanted to chime in on that. And Tanisha, you're doing a great job as always. And
thank you.
That's it.
Dope. All right, Root, one of my favorite people.
Hey,
yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I wanted to ask, definitely it's okay if this isn't something that's like in the works or can happen. So I'm only, as you know, only a few years into my career. I've had a ton of lucky breaks, like have red teaming experience, all that good stuff. And, I've been finding that I'm in this place of like wanting more advanced technical mentorship. So I guess like maybe a want or a desire is having like some of the people from like share the mic, like maybe coming in once a month, if that, just to provide some type of technical mentorship, and but specifically more advanced technical mentorship, because I know that like, there's a ton of like lab nights that are hosted and stuff like that. But it's typically geared towards people that are starting out or, not more advanced just yet. And as you know, with like pen testing or hacking, like you have to constantly be learning. And I really just want some more advanced mentorship.
I will definitely work on that. I agree. And I think that when I talk to people about where BlackGirlsHack lands in the landscape of things, and in the existence of all the other cyber organizations, that we're currently in the beginner to middle of like experience level, but I would like us to be more full spectrum in terms of the experience. So that's one of the things in the back of my mind that I've wanted to do. I didn't coin it like this, but advanced technical mentorship basically sounds like an amazing thing that I'm going to try to work on for us this year.
Oh.
Tammy.
Hey there, sorry, I'm on my cell phone.
No worries.
You and I, we probably could talk about this offline, but I just wanted to bring it up while I was thinking of it. I'm the regional technology chair for Jack and Jill. I think it would be great if we could partner on a national level with Jack and Jill while I'm still here. So if you'd like,
I feel like we've had this conversation before, but I don't think we've ever followed through on it. So I'm going to leave a note for myself to reach out to you immediately after this, so that we can kind of do that, because I definitely want to take advantage of that while you're there.
Yes, please do.
All right, that's dope. Did you have anything else, Tammy?
No, I'm just I'm at home. I'm on the floor doing some other things. I was like, let me catch it, but I'm on the cell phone. I was like, let me catch you before I forget.
Look, and you
just
know,
wanted
I forgot. So like, that's
Yeah.
why I'm writing. That's why I'm over here writing notes.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
All right. All right. So that's what was not working. So if you've come up with something before the end of, when we're done talking, please let me know. But I'll move on to the next topic, which is what we need from you. Okay. So this has come up from some folks volunteering already, but BGH is a nonprofit. So all of the people who bring you events, the training, whatever, are all volunteers. And we are all unpaid volunteers who have lives, and some of us children, or everything else. So we need more volunteers because we are only able to do what it is that we do with people who can help. So that could, we ask for a minimum of 2 hours a week. So if you are trying to get a certain study group done and you're like, it's not being offered right now, it would be great if you wanted to lead it. If it's reasonable, we can pay for, like if it's a CompTIA or something like that, or EC Council, we can pay for your voucher. We've done that for people who have led our study groups. I try not to consider it bribing, but in my mind, I feel like it's negotiating skills with people who have them for things that we need. So we need, people who, if you're interested in increasing your personal brand, so if you want to write some blogs, or if you want to, help working on your portfolio and you're a website developer or managers, we basically need all of the things. So if you have time, even if it's a couple hours a month, we would appreciate if you could help us, especially if you believe in what it is that we're trying to do. I mentioned again here, volunteers who lead study groups get their vouchers paid for. Again, I can't pay for a SANS voucher, but anything other than that, I feel like might be reasonable. So some of our volunteers who've led workshop have gotten, free swag, exclusive access to membership benefits like OSCP vouchers, CompTIA vouchers, swag, paid training, and then of course, networking opportunities. We have people who are within the organization that are able to, talk with, some of the leaders in government and in industry. So there's the opportunity for you to increase your own personal brand awareness as well. So if any of this speaks to you, or if you've got a couple extra hours, or maybe you have a plan this year, a goal this year to volunteer more, please consider us. Thank you. That's dope. So like, please feel free to like I said, reach out to me if you're interested. We literally need all the things. So it doesn't matter if you're an accountant or if you're any of the things and you're like, hey, I do this thing and you may or may not need it, please feel free to ask, because I'm pretty sure that we probably need it, because we are a nonprofit that is, trying to operate like a startup. Like we're trying to do fundraising. We're trying to, partner with organizations. We're trying to do all of the things so that we can make sure that we continue, so that we can, kind of see a benefit and an impact in this industry. So if you are able to, you can volunteer. If you don't have the ability to volunteer, but you have funds, you can donate. So, any of those things would help us to continue our mission. Let's see what else. What do you need from us? So we talked about this a little bit during the, what's working well. I think that's it. So I'm going to stop sharing and just open up for questions and answers. Like if you don't know what we do, if you're not sure, please feel free to ask. Tammy, I'm going to lower your hand so I can see. Okay, is it Dejanay?
Hi, yes.
Yay!
So thank you. So I was looking at the list of possible volunteer things. Are there any qualifications besides, and of course, I guess knowledge?
Time.
Well, yeah. Okay.
That's it. If you have a desire to help, like we have literally all of the things. So like, even if you just want to help do paperwork, I don't know, or if you want to help get actual skills, we've got a technology team, we've got a cybersecurity team. So, we have people who are actually working on things. We've got people who are helping to develop curriculums for our kids program. We've got people who are just helping with the day-to-day strategic partnerships, so basically if you have a willingness to help, that's for me 90% of the things. So, other than that, we can work, wherever your skill set lies. We probably need something like that. So, we want to work within your world domination plan. So, you'll see we've got like a volunteer handbook, and it basically says that we want whatever you volunteer with the organization to do, that it's in line with your world domination plan, because we want this to help you get to the top. We've had people who have volunteered for the organization who were able to turn it into great jobs with great money, and I want us to be able to continue to be able to do that. So but right now the only minimum qualification is time. If you've got the time and the desire, that's all you really need.
So do I just shoot you an email or hit you up on Slack?
So blackgirlshack.org/volunteer. Okay. And then there's it shoots an email to myself, and then it kicks off the whole process. We have a volunteer manager who, basically will take you through the paperwork piece. And then you'll have a meeting with me and we'll get started. But I think it only takes maybe like a couple of weeks, because we have to do a background check as well. So that whole process end to end maybe takes a couple of weeks, but as we get more efficient, hopefully it'll be quicker.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you. Other questions? No? All right. I'm thinking of a number 1 to 30. Hold on, before you tell me, I'm going to send it to Beck. Oh wait, Beck left. Is Osh still here? I'll send it to Osh.
Here. So if you send it to Osh instead of me, I can still guess.
Yeah, you can still guess. And
that's a bet.
I will give some swag to, and maybe a membership to whomever guesses the number. Benita came in right before Tammy, but they both have the same number, but it's Benita. Let's see, nobody got it beforehand. Yep, Benita, you have gotten a free membership.
If Tammy's not a member, I'll pay for hers.
Oh, I was feeling that in my spirit. Look, I was feeling that in my spirit too. So Tammy and Benita.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And then let's see. One more thing. I'm thinking of a letter. Hold on, I'm going to send this one to Beck. Oh, Beck's using her real name in here. That's what's going on. Whoever gets the letter, I will give a CompTIA voucher. Daniel just starts sending all the letters. I haven't seen it yet though. The letter that I'm looking for. Renisha. Renisha has won a CompTIA Scout voucher. All right, it was P. All right, so that's it. That's all I had. My email, tanisha@blackgirlshack.org. Please feel free to email me. Tammy, I'm going to reach out to you regarding Jack and Jill. And if you've offered to volunteer, please, yes, PS as in fishing. If you've offered to volunteer, please feel free to drop in my DMs. And I thank you guys for coming out. I will try to do this maybe towards the second half of the year, just to make sure that we're on top of things, but I will add Tammy and Benita to the membership channel. And I thank you guys for coming out and giving back. Trying to write down Tammy's email address at e.com. All right. All right, dope. All right, thank you everybody for coming out. This was recorded on YouTube, so if you missed something, please feel free to rewatch it. And I appreciate all of you. Have a good night.